The Christmas List Secret. Chapter 1. The Mysterious List. It was a chilly December morning in the town of Hollyvale, where the streets were dusted with sparkling white snow and twinkling lights adorned every house. 9-year-old Oliver Thompson could hardly contain his excitement. Christmas was just a few weeks away, and with it came the promise of surprises, joy, and most importantly, presents. He had already made a list of everything he wished for: new soccer cleats, an electric scooter, and a giant Lego spaceship that could shoot lasers. As Oliver sat at the kitchen table, sipping a mug of hot cocoa that left a trail of marshmallows floating like little balls, he overheard his parents chatting in hushed tones. Curiosity piqued. He leaned in closer, his ears perked like a rabbit's. "Do you think he really comes this year?" his mother asked, her voice tinged with wonder. "Of course, the magic of Christmas is strong in Oliver," his father replied with a chuckle. "Just remember to keep the cookies ready." The mention of cookies made Oliver's stomach rumble, but his mind was racing with another thought. Who were they talking about? The capital H in his father's tone could only mean one person: Santa Claus. Fueled by curiosity, Oliver decided that he needed to investigate further. After breakfast, he ran to his room and grabbed his trusty notebook, a pencil, and his favorite blue parka with fuzzy ear flaps. Today, he would become a Christmas detective. Chapter 2. The Secret Mission. Outside, the snow crunched under Oliver's small boots as he stepped into the winter wonderland. He could smell the pine trees and hear the distant laughter of the children, which made his heart race with excitement. First, he headed to the local library, the book nook, which always felt like a treasure chest for an inquisitive boy like him. As he entered, the warm air wrapped around him like a blanket, and the faint scent of old pages filled his nose. He made his way to the back, where the Christmas section awaited. "Excuse me, Miss Poppy," Oliver called out to the kindly librarian with round glasses perched on her nose. "Do you have any books about Santa Claus?" "Why, of course, dear," Miss Poppy replied, her eyes sparkled behind her glasses. I've got just the book you need." She handed him a large, dusty tome entitled "The Secrets of Santa: What You Never Knew." "Thank you." Oliver beamed as he took the book and plopped down at a nearby table. He flipped the pages eagerly, scanning the text until he landed on a chapter that screamed, "The Santa List, Real or Myth." "This could be it," he whispered to himself, heart racing. The book spoke of a special list that Santa kept, containing every child's name along with their good deeds and wishes. As he read, Oliver felt a tingling excitement. He had to find that list. Chapter 3. The Great List Hunt. With his newfound knowledge, Oliver set out on his next mission, finding Santa's list. But where would he even begin? The thought of climbing to the North Pole crossed his mind, but then he remembered how much he hated the cold. Instead, he decided to visit his best friend, Max, who lived just a few streets away. Max was always ready for an adventure, especially during the holidays. "Hey, Max, you won't believe what I found out," Oliver exclaimed as he burst out the door of Max's house, shaking snowflakes from his hair. "Is it about the secret list?" Max asked, his eyes wide with excitement. Oliver nodded fervently. "We need to figure out how to get a hold of it." Max grinned, revealing his missing front tooth. "Let's start at the mall. I heard Santa there is a real deal." The boys bundled up in their coats and ventured outside once more, laughter trailing behind them like ribbons as they made their way to Hollyvale Mall. The mall was decked out with elaborate decorations, glittering icicles hung from the ceiling, and a giant Christmas tree sparkled with countless ornaments. As they raced to the Santa's grotto, they saw a long line of children waiting to see the jolly man in red. What if we ask Santa about the list?" Oliver suggested, his eyes twinkling with mischief. Max nodded enthusiastically. "Let's do it." Chapter 4: The Encounter with Santa. After what felt like an eternity, it was finally their turn. They climbed onto Santa's lap. The smell of peppermint and cookies whirled around them. Santa tickled heartily, his belly jiggling like jelly. "Ho, ho, ho! Ho, ho, ho! And what do we have here?" he said with a twinkle in his eye. Santa, we have a really important question," Oliver blurted out nervously. "And what is that, my fine young man?" Santa's leaning closer, his white beard tickling Oliver's cheek. "Do you have a list of all the kids and their wishes?" Max chimed in, his eyes sparkling with excitement. Santa leaned back, stroking his beard thoughtfully. "Well, I do keep a list, but it's a bit of a secret. Only I know where it is." Oliver's heart raced. "Could we see it?" he pleaded. Santa laughed gently. "Oh, my dear boys, I can't show you the list, but I can tell you that what really matters is being good and spreading joy. Keep being kind, and the magic will come to you." Feeling slightly deflated but still hopeful, Oliver and Max thanked Santa and hopped off his lap. "What now?" Max asked, scratching his head. "I guess we just have to be really, really good," Oliver said thoughtfully, a smile creeping back onto his face. Chapter 5: Christmas Eve Magic. As December 24th finally arrived, Oliver's excitement was bubbling over. It was the best day of the year, Christmas Eve. He could hardly concentrate during dinner, even as his mother served a delicious feast of roasted turkey and mashed potatoes. After they cleared the table, Oliver's parents turned on their favorite holiday movie, but his mind was elsewhere. He had a plan. "Can I stay up late tonight?" he asked, trying his best puppy dog eyes. His parents chuckled. "Just for a little while, Oliver." Once everyone was settled, Oliver tiptoed to the kitchen and set up a plate with cookies and a glass of milk. He also added a carrot for Rudolph, just in case. Then he snuck back to his room, a grin plastered across his face. Hours later, as everyone else in the house slept soundly, Oliver suddenly awoke. A soft, jingling sound floated through the night air like a gentle breeze. Heart pounding, he crept down the stairs in his fuzzy slippers, peeking over the railing into the living room. There, in the dim light of a twinkling tree, stood Santa Claus. Is this real? Oliver gasped, rubbing his eyes in disbelief. Yes, my friend, it's me, Santa, he said as he turned, a twinkle in his eye and a sack of toys slung over his shoulder. I couldn't resist stopping by to see how you've been this year. Oliver's mouth dropped open. But how? I thought it was just a story. Santa chuckled warmly. The magic of Christmas is strong for those who believe, and I've seen all the good you've done. I thought I need to see the list. Oliver stammered, his heart racing. Now, my dear boy, you've already written your own list in your heart. Remember what I said about the kindness? That's the greatest present of all. With that, Santa waved his hand and a shower of sparklers filled the air, wrapping Oliver in warmth and joy. Chapter 6 Christmas Morning. The next morning, Oliver woke up to the sound of laughter and excited shouts. He dashed downstairs, bursting into the living room, where presents were piled high around the tree, glistening under the colorful lights. His parents were already there, and Max had come over, eyes wide with excitement. Look, Santa come, Max shouted, tearing into a present decorated with a big red bow. As Oliver joined in, he felt a wave of happiness wash over him. He could barely keep up the chaos of unwrapping gifts, but all he could think about was the magical encounter he had just experienced. Later that day, as the snow continued to fall outside, Oliver shared the story of Santa's visit with his family and friends, spreading joy and laughter. I don't need to see the list, Oliver declared, a smile stretching across his face. I know what really matters. And so, surrounded by love, laughter, and the true spirit of Christmas, Oliver realized that the magic of giving and being kind was the greatest gift of all. From that day forward, Holy Vowel sparkled a little brighter, not just from the Christmas lights, but from the kindness and joy that filled the hearts of its residents, all thanks to one curious little boy. And every year, Oliver would remember that Christmas when he met Santa and learned that magic is real as long as you believe.